Podcast Network. This is the Lifestyle Live Podcast.
Faces you know and a team you can trust. Stories that form your heart. Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
Well, summer break is in full swing, and that means many teachers and educators across the country have found a unique opportunity to boost their income, all by hosting on Airbnb. On this Lifestyle Live podcast episode, Katy Severe, an Airbnb Super Host, tells us about her personal journey as a host, how anyone can sign up to become one, and explains how the additional income allows teachers to pursue their hobbies outside the classroom. This is the Lifestyle Live podcast on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
Well, now that the summer break is finally here, teachers and educators have an opportunity to earn some extra income by, get this, hosting on Airbnb. How cool is that? So joining us right now to talk about that and to share her experience being an Airbnb Super Host is Katy Severe. Katy, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. I just love the title, Airbnb Super Host. How does one become an Airbnb Super Host, my dear?
There's some different criteria to meet, but essentially it's, a certain amount of 5-star reviews, communication, that's quick and no canceling on guests. So,
wonderful. So I understand you are the host of an Airbnb in Iowa. I'm just curious, how did you get started? And what is it like being a host on Airbnb?
Yeah. In 2019, we bought our dream house, and it came with a mother-in-law suite in the basement. At the time, we didn't really need that extra space. And then the pandemic hit, and it became a temporary classroom. And then following that, we just, thought we would try hosting, on Airbnb and just see what it was like, And so once we got started, we just realized how much we enjoyed it, and that extra money was really helpful. And so 2 years later, we don't really have any plans to stop.
Oh, that is wonderful. Okay. So you said that you wanted to realize what it was like. So what was it like? I mean, what are the financial benefits? What is it like having another family, perhaps, or a person in your space? Give me all the rundown.
So for our situation, our basement suite is private. So they don't have any interaction with our family. Okay. And we don't have any shared spaces. So that's kind of nice. We let people know that we do live upstairs. You will hear us. We have kids. And that if we see you, we'll say hi. But for the most part, we just give people their privacy. In our situation, that extra money has really allowed us the freedom to do some extra things. Like I can work part-time and pursue some of my own educational interests. Mm-hmm. I was able to start my own tutoring business, and just being able to spend some more time with my family has, been really beneficial.
Isn't that great, being able to benefit financially, especially from a space that you already have anyway? That's already there. I love that. So any educators maybe watching, considering hosting during the summer break, perhaps, what would be your tips for them?
Yeah, the summertime is a great time to get started just because you have a little bit more time on your hands. But it's something that you could continue in the school year as well. If you have, a spare bedroom or some guest space, it's definitely something to think about. I think as teachers, we bring a lot of assets to the table that make us good hosts. Sure. We're detail oriented. We can multitask. We have good communication skills. Like if we can handle a room full of kids, I think we can handle a couple people in our house.
I think so too. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, the space, are they like adding in games for them, especially being teachers and educators? I feel like you always have everything so planned out. So do you make it a point to make it a little extra in their space?
I do. Yeah. I've, stayed at my fair share of Airbnbs as well. And, the ones that really stand out to me are the ones that just have that personal touch to it. So, we have all sorts of games and toys for kids. We, allow pets. And so we're, pet friendly. I mean, all those things that you would just want to have when you're traveling, we like to provide to our guests.
Well, Katy, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. I love that you are going to continue this and have no plans to stop. I hope it goes so well for you. Thank you so much for your time.
Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Lifestyle Live Podcast. Thank you for listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And connect for even more on Facebook and at lifestylelive.tv.
Faces you know and a team you can trust. Stories that form your heart.